All right, so Donald Trump just had a press conference. Look, I know people don't want to see this guy, but he's the president of the United States, and there's going to be a lot of, I think there's going to be a lot of craziness over the next couple of months. There was a report in New York Magazine today that Donald Trump Jr. has been telling people that he thinks he's going to be indicted. I can tell you that I have heard for a while from, third-hand sources, not enough to really talk about on its own, but CIA. I've heard that as well. And certainly there's a lot of people who speculated that, because Donald Trump Jr. is one of the few people who have not been brought in, who, by Mueller is my understanding. And yet he's all over the place. So in terms of possible relationships with foreign entities, if you will. This is Donald Trump at the press conference following the loss of the House.
Another question, Mr. President, if I may ask
Peter,
one other question. Are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President,
that's
I was
enough.
going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President,
that's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other
Peter,
question, if I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have?
I'm not concerned about anything with the Russian investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Yes, I am, because I'm having an anxiety attack.
Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead.
Oh.
I think that's unfair.
You're a very rude person. The way you treat Sarah Huckabee is horrible. And the way you treat other people are horrible. You shouldn't treat people that way. Go ahead. Go ahead, Peter. Go ahead.
In Jim's defense, I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts.
Well, I'm not a big fan of yours either. So
I understand. To be honest. So let me ask you a question, if I can. You repeatedly said
you aren't the best,
Mr. President. You repeatedly over the course.
Okay, just sit down, please. Well, when you report fake news, when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. Go ahead,
Mr. President. Over the course of the last several days of the campaign, sir, at the end of the campaign, you repeatedly said that Americans need to fear Democrats. You said Democrats would unleash a wave.
His anxiety attacks are hilarious. Rage-ziety. I love it.
Started pacing.
Yeah.
No, he's super anxious.
The problem is he doesn't have an answer for it. He doesn't have an answer for this question, and it's because he's super nervous about it that he cannot come up with. I mean, right? Like in the White House, they should be sitting down and saying, when you get a question about Russian indictments, you say, look, it's a hoax. It's a hoax. You can keep asking me these questions about the hoax, but all you're doing is you're wasting the American people's time. I mean, I can answer this question sufficiently, and but Trump can't handle it.
Well, frankly, I'm not a big fan of yours either, Samantha.
There you go. I mean, what I do appreciate about this is to see some measure, I don't want to overstate this, but some measure of solidarity amongst the press corps where they will all basically say, like, you can't pit us against each other. Now, frankly, I'm not a fan of a whole lot of them anyways, but at the very least, if they're basically saying, we're not going to allow you to play us off each other so that you can avoid a question, that would be a very good practice to begin. All right, now
there's a lot of cuck energy in that room.
Now Trump has to deal with the Mueller investigation. It's unclear. They must have some strategy at this point, and it's unclear what it's going to be. I think we're going to get a better notion in the next couple of days. Maybe they think he doesn't have anything. Maybe he thinks that it's Trump Jr. is going to pay the price and he's going to be able to pardon him or something like that. But here is Donald Trump being asked, what are you going to do about Mueller? Because, folks, it's Mueller time.
Mr. President, going back to the Russia investigation and the potential investigations from the now Democratic majority in Congress, some say that you could stop all this by declassifying.
I could fire everybody right now, but I don't want to stop it because politically I don't like stopping it. Yeah. It's a disgrace. It should have never been started because there was no crime. Everybody has conflicts. They all have conflicts over there that are beyond anything that anybody's ever seen in terms of conflicts, from the fact that people ask for jobs, from the fact that they have very good friends on the other side, like really good friends like Comey, who, by the way, lied and leaked, and also leaked classified information. Nothing happened there. It might, perhaps, maybe something's happening that I don't know about. I stay away from it. But you know what I do? I let it just go on. They're wasting a lot of money, but I let it go on because I don't want to do that. But you're right. I could end it right now. I could say that investigation is over. But it's really, it's a disgrace, frankly. And it's an embarrassment to our country. It's an embarrassment to the people of our country. And it's too bad. Go ahead.
What about the declassification of the documents? Some say that that would clear it all up.
We're looking at that. No, we're looking at that very seriously.
Very seriously.
Very serious time.
Is that still about the Comey memo?
Comey's a terrible guy.
I can't tell what they're looking to declassify in that instance. I think it could be documents that came from
It could be all of it.
intelligence committees.
We could declassify. It could be everything.
Look, there's going to be there's a big difference now because you're not going to have Devin Nunes running interference, and you're going to have the Democrats in the House have control over these documents and access to these documents, and the ability to perhaps, of course, stop harassing the FBI and have the ability to perhaps coordinate with Mueller's investigation. Where do you not want us to go? What do you need to be pristine?
I could fire all of them. They could be fired. Everybody in Congress can be fired. You're a terrible person. You never tell Sarah Huckabee she looks fat. So rude. People have no civility anymore.
Sarah Huckabee
I could fire
such
you.
a perfect tell, right? Like, you're not being mean to me. I don't
care. I can defend myself.
I can defend myself.
Yeah.
When you go after Sarah Huckabee, who is,
Let's face
a 4.
I remember, yes. Wow, anybody could pick on a 3. You haven't grown out of that? Pathetic.